little birdie told me, it was my producer, okay? My producer told me y'all made a documentary. What's up?
Yeah, so we produced a docuseries, been working with the Capital Research Center on a docuseries called BLM Aftermath, and basically what it does is it goes to the riots that happened in 2020 after the murder of George Floyd and examines the after effects of those riots in each individual city. So the first edition, there's 3 episodes out now. The first one was done by a different producer. That was done at the Epicenter, Minneapolis. The second episode, which is the first one that we produced, was here in Cleveland, and it showed how leaders here tried to get something productive done with the activists, and they learned very quickly that a lot of these people weren't actually interested in solving any problems. They were just interested in just having an excuse to make the noise and tear stuff up and burn stuff down. And now the most recent episode, episode 3, which is also produced by FCB, it is based in Atlanta. And in Atlanta, we took a look at one of the things that was born out of the protests, and because they had protests and riots as well. One of the things that was born out of that was the opposition to the Georgia voting law that they called Jim Crow 2.0 and things like that. And as a result, ended up getting Major League Baseball to move their All-Star weekend out of Atlanta. And what it actually ended up doing was hurting the majority black business community in Atlanta. So the series just kind of takes a look at the after effects, the aftermath, if you will, in these individual cities, and seeing how a lot of the rioting and the looting and some of the things that came after that did harm to each city that we've examined so far.
So are there future episodes in other cities across the country?
Yes, there are, actually. We're getting ready to start working on the next episode, which is going to be in Houston. And it'll probably be at least another one after that on a location that I'll save for later. But there's going to be a couple more episodes.
Okay, sounds fantastic. If you guys decide to land in St. Louis, let me know. I would definitely love to piggyback on it or help to promote. It's certainly an interesting subject matter, and it brings things back to where, in reality, even though we talk about national issues and we definitely cover, stories from across the country, the things that matter to us the most are the ones that are happening on the ground in our own neighborhood, our own communities, and the metro area that we live in. And so when Black Lives Matter did that, it was just so idiotic. Hey, Major League Baseball, take your millions and billions and go someplace else. And, so everyone talks about how Atlanta is chocolate city and it's this and it's that. Well, who did they think was going to get hurt by them doing that? Not the people in the suburbs, right? It was the businesses who were actually going to service the MLB. And then when they realized what they did, they doubled down on it. It wasn't as if they couldn't have said, yeah, we maybe made a mistake. They just were like, well, we just don't want them inside of Atlanta where the voting laws aren't right. And voter turnout in Georgia is through the roof. It keeps going up. Yep, it went up.
It's just ridiculous. And on top of that, when they moved the All-Star weekend, it wasn't like they went to another black city. They went to Colorado. Like, what are you doing? Like, it hurt all around the very people that, Major League Baseball and Black Lives Matter in Atlanta and Stacey Abrams, the very people that they said they were standing up for, ended up being hurt the most as a result of them demagoguing that law. Now, you can agree or disagree with the Georgia voting law, but to call it Jim Crow 2.0 is not only absurd, but it's offensive.
Well, we have better things on the horizon if people pay attention to documentaries like yours and really move ahead with a way of thinking that actually makes it possible to maybe do some activism without actually hurting the people that you claim you're trying to help. So, I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah. You know me, I'm always just tossing things out there. You just take it or leave it. It's for your benefit. So let's turn to